Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joan. I'm a Christian vlogger. I film about Christian lifestyle, relationship and teaching tips. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about all you need to know about a marriage registry in Nigeria. And the first thing here is called Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joan. I'm a Christian vlogger. I film about Christian lifestyle, relationship and teaching tips. In today's video, we're going to be talking about In today's video, we're going to be talking about all you need to know in a marriage registry. And the first tips here is it is not court marriage. It is marriage registry, and under marriage registry there are different kinds of marriage you can opt for, but it is marriage registry. And the second tips here is that you have two kinds of marriage registry: the one between a Nigerian and a Nigerian, then the other kind of marriage registry is the one between like a Nigerian and a foreigner, or a Nigerian that has relocated, or a Nigerian that is not living in Nigeria but they want to have their legal wedding in Nigeria. So that's the two kinds of marriage registry you can opt for. So let's dive into it. So the first on my list now is the things you need to have, you need to provide. I'm making this video so you will not make the mistake I made. So these are the things you need to prepare before going for your first court visit. Okay, these are the things you need to prepare before going for your first court visit. First, there's something called passport photograph. Like, I snapped this passport photograph twice, I didn't get it. They call it 2x2. If I have it, I will bring it and place it in this video. They call it 2x2. It's somehow, but you just need to ask those around the corner how this 2x2. There are people that know how to snap it. Is like double the size of a normal passport photograph. So you need to have it, your spouse need to have it. Then you need to have your birth certificate. That's to prove that this is you, that's your birth certificate. Then you need to have a valid ID card, NIN or voter's card, driver's license. Any valid ID card you have will be accepted. Then you need to have what is called affidavit of singlehood. That's to show that you are single, you've not married before, or you are not currently married. First one is your passport. So the next on my list.
Are you for real?
Go. So the next on my list is you need to get what is called affidavit of singlehood to show to the court or to prove to the court that you are actually single.
Are you for real?
Yes, my dear. You need to show them. Who knows if you are married before? Or you want to trick the court? Yeah, that's why you need. Yes, even me, I didn't know of all this. That's why I'm making this video so you know of it. You know, now a man can go to the court and want to marry and go to. So that's why you need to prove to the court you are married, girl. You really need to do it. So if you are single and you don't have your affidavit of singlehood, this is the best time. You can get a lawyer or go to the court. You can just go to the court and ask them. They will do it for you. So then you have your any ID card. So this for the first set. These are the things you need to have for the first set. Now there's another set. This one is for those that are married before, or you are divorced, or your spouse is dead or something. So then you need to have evidence of divorce. There is no way you'll be married to A and you want to come and do another legal marriage with B. You need to prove to the court, you need to show your evidence of divorce. Not like you just travel, you left your husband that he didn't provide money for food, now you want to bring another girl to the court. It won't work here. They didn't tell you where, they didn't explain it to you, so now I'm explaining it to you. You need to be legally divorced to the first person. Then you show to the court that I was married, now I'm divorced, so they'll conduct another marriage registry for you. Then, in case of spousal death, which is not so good, you need to tell the court, bring your, it's called death certificates. Show them the death certificate of your spouse that I was once married, but this person died. You have to show them your death certificate. Now, if you have a child before, either with this man or with this woman or with your previous relationship, or sometimes when you were younger, you need to inform the court and tell them and show them the birth certificate that this is the birth certificate of my child. I was once, I have a child or something. You need to show the birth certificate of that person. So now, if you are currently married, for example, you are married to your husband using, you did traditional marriage and church wedding, but you just done your marriage registry. So now maybe you want to relocate or job, you want to do your marriage registry. You need to bring like a proof from your church or pictures from your traditional. These things I'm saying, by the time they ask you to come to the, I say come to the bank, come to the court again, you will be frustrated, you'll be frustrated. So you need to prove to the court that we have been married for 10 years or 7 years, but we didn't do our marriage registry. So now we are ready to conduct a marriage registry. So you bring a proof, show either your church certificate or pictures from your traditional wedding. So you have to show it to the court. So these are the things you need to bring in. These are the things you need to bring. So now there's another section of the activities of that day. So that's where we are going to now. Okay, so now these are the activities. The next session here is activities of the event, the activities of that day. So I'm going to start by saying we have two kinds of courts, like the way we have like a federal and a state court. I think in Nigeria we have Kano has a federal court, Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Abuja. I don't know of any other state that has a federal court. So if you want to relocate or you want to do something, you really need to use the federal court. However, if you do it a state court, when it's time to relocate, there is something you need to do, maybe like to upgrade or something. They will tell you when it's time to go to the federal court and to do this and to do that. And something else, those are some of us that did ours in the state court. After everything, they will tell you to do a registration online. I remember there's someone that had been married for some time and like, I want to do my registration online. You have to pay a certain amount. You're like, I didn't do those things. I was like, I was in court. This was what they told me to do. And if you even read the certificate, it's written there that within 3 months you need to register this online. So in case of anything legal, a job, relocation, you will come back to it. So it's better you do it now before they tell you that it's more than 3 months and you need to pay a fine or do something else again. So you need to do this registration online if they ask you to do it. And I think that registration they ask me because it's a state court, not a federal court. But if you want to use a federal court, fine. If your state does not have it, fine. But I know Lagos State, they have that court is a federal court. So the event of the day properly. So you prepare. They didn't explain this to me. You're already know about it. So you need to inform the court 3 months before the day. There are some courts that will ask for 21 days before the date, some court 3 months. So you need to go there and tell them that this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. So they will tell you the basic of the things. So if you have most of the things on your first visit, you just place everything and your 3 months start counting from that particular day. If you don't have it, you have to go back and say, oh, I don't have this, I don't have it. So you get everything ready. They will not bend the 3 months. Why? There are some court that takes 21 days, and there is a link I'm going to drop down. That link, when you open it, you see most of the requirement for a federal marriage registry. Sorry for the break in transmission. I'm in Nigeria. I'm actually in Nigeria. So I've talked about you need to inform the court 21 days. Some courts take 21 days. Some courts take 3 months. So you need to tell them before that day. You can't pick your date. They will give you a date. But if you go on time, it will be better for you. Next on my list is when you go there, they'll ask you to pay a certain amount. I don't know how much you ask you to pay, but I paid a certain amount. I spoke to my friend and she was like, she married like some 5 years ago. It was same amount, so different courts, different amounts. So they'll ask you to pay a certain amount. And the next on my list, check the spelling of your name. Each court visit, you need to check the spelling of your name because if there is error, my sister, if there is error, my brother, that's all I can say. They didn't tell me, they check the spelling of your name. Okay. Then, I've talked about the one you do your registration online. Okay, yes, now invitation of people. So if you are using like a state court, it's different from a federal court. In Ikoyi, you only be allowed you, or that's the husband, the wife, and 2 witnesses. There is no other person. In fact, on that day, the gate will be locked. So now the thing is that you have to come together. You allow people like in quadruplets they call it, 4 persons together. That's you, husband, wife, 2 witnesses. So if you get there like maybe 8 a.m. and your witness is not there, you won't be allowed to come in. So you have to wait outside until your wife is there, your 2 witnesses are there, then the 4 of you will come together. So there will be no confusion like I want to be witness, the person is this side, they won't allow. But other state courts, they can actually allow. So you need to prepare. Don't take more than you can chew. They will be outside the gate. Even if you want to snap photograph, they will not allow. They won't. So you need to ask. But I think that's for federal court because a lot of persons will travel to actually do their marriage registry in the federal court. But in a state court, it is not like that. They actually allow, but I don't know yet. So you need to allow. Then your dressing. The dressing is either you dress your traditional or you dress corporate or you dress like a wedding or like a church allowed dress. So if you don't have an idea of it, if you check my wedding video, you see we snapped together. The couples that did their wedding on that particular day, we snapped together. There was one that actually wore like a white flowery gown. You see, so you just get an idea of the dressing, but it must not be a party like dress or like a thong jean or extra opening. No, just like official. You can actually wear traditional, provided you are covered. If you want to wear a wedding gown, you can wear a wedding gown. Some person just came simple. Some person came simple. Some came dress. Some came like a real bride. How you want to wear, but not like a pop star. And then your oath swearing day. So now if you are using a federal court, you will come for oath swearing day. And what is it called? Okay, oath swearing day. Then they will fix another day for you to come for your signing and collection of your certificates. So these are the things you will note. You have to prepare everything on ground. But the day your spouse, both of you need to be on ground is that particular day. They will tell you that this day, your witness, the husband, the wife, everybody has to be on ground on this particular day. So after the signing of the document, you see, okay, if you have not watched the video, you go and watch it. You see where they took us to a place for counseling. You were there now. They took us to a place for counseling where they gave us like a proper marriage class. The judge was good. He prayed. I think I watched a video whereby the judge actually they danced, they sang song, the judge danced, they even paid offering, but mine was not like that. The judge explained a lot of things to us that if the judge, I was like, even lawyers, true. The judge was like, any little thing, I want to divorce, I want to divorce. She was like, so the judge actually gave us like a proper marriage class, was like, you will compromise. He told us you will compromise. That is not everything. Divorce. Because when you come to the court for divorce, they will question you. They will tell you that, Madam, Oga, this is not divorceable. So the judge made us to understand, and he gave us some rules that there are some persons that can't marry together. What is it called? It's like in Christendom, when siblings getting married to each other, incest. Yes, incest. You can't marry your sister or your in-law. Like now, you can't marry your in-laws, any of his siblings. You can't marry from his siblings. The court will not allow you. So that's it. So I think we've come to the end of this video. Then I wrote, okay, some judges, they will tell you you may kiss your bride. Why some they will not. So just prepare your mind for that. Why in ours they ask us to use the ring. Why some they will tell you to use ring, some they will not tell you to use ring. So I also want to say there are some persons that will just like, okay, I didn't go through this process. I did my court. Correct. You didn't go through this process. I know someone that didn't go to court. She signed everything on. If you didn't go on a Friday, you can go on any other day, but you have to pay. But the official day is a Friday. When you come on a Friday, you go through all the process. But if you can't make it on a Friday, if you come any other day, you may not go to counseling, swearing of oath, wearing of ring. You just sign and go. So yes, that's just it. So it's different. If you actually come on a Friday, go through all the process, not someone doing it for you. This is the direct process. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video. Bye. So power was interrupted, so I swapped to my batteries, excuse me. Remember the time I did my unbox video where I bought this ring light and I bought 2 batteries. So battery is functioning now. Okay, sorry for the break in transmission. I'm in Nigeria. I'm actually in Nigeria. So I've talked about you need to inform the court 21 days. Some courts take 21 days, some courts take 3 months. So you need to tell them before that day. You can't pick your date, they will give you a date, but if you go on time, it will be better for you. Next on my list is when you go there, they'll ask you to pay a certain amount. I don't know how much you ask you to pay, but I paid a certain amount. I spoke to my friend and she was like, she married like some 5 years ago. It was same amount, so different courts, different amounts. So they'll ask you to pay a certain amount. And the next on my list, check this.